that it would genuinely be good for you and your soul and your spirit. And it is like a beautiful, like, emotional experience through the visual arts. And if you guys didn't know, I actually go to college for digital media and design, so I have an understanding of like the visual arts essentially. And it's like a super good, like, animated film. It's by Pixar. And it is called Soul. 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 Your soul. So I was watching, first backstory. Happy 2021, everybody. Fantastic. Let's have some hope. I think people are in better energy at this time. And it's just so encouraging to see, like, people on Instagram and Facebook and stuff that I follow, they're posting like happy content and like hopeful content and like quotes and stuff. And I have never seen this surge of like positivity before on social media. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm grateful for that. And I saw a lot of different people recommending this movie, and it just came out on December 25th, so it's brand new. And it is on Disney Plus. And basically what it is a man figuring out his soul purpose. And like, I can't even do it justice in the description. It's just like this visual, like, immersive experience. There's like this beginning world of where souls are cultivated, and they are supposed to go through this journey with a mentor and find their spark. And they get to try out all these different things. Like, these little blobs are like the souls, and they are manufactured in a certain way, and then they're sent down to earth once they find their spark and their purpose. So it's like an animated film, but it feels very adult. And I think this would be good for people of all ages, but especially if you're older and like have an awareness of stuff, it can be really helpful in better understanding yourself and your own personal growth journey. So that is mainly why I recommend it. There is a whole section on like the lost soul, and that it's a really sad, dark place, and you just become this shell of a person, and you're just immersed in this dark, toxic, sad way of thinking. And people are walking around on earth not knowing their purpose, not feeling good about themselves, not knowing what their spark is in life, and it makes them feel miserable. And you're kind of like on autopilot in the workplace, anywhere. But if you have that spark within you, then you have a passion and you have something to pour your energy into, and it's good for you. And you know, we all want to find meaning in our lives, and if you're feeling a little lost, I think that this film would be helpful for you to check out if you are a light worker and you love the light, you love helping, you love finding your purpose and your fulfillment, and that stuff is very valuable to you. There's something for everybody in this film, and just can't get enough of it. But anyways, the other part of the thing that I wanted to tell you guys about is my feelings on religion, and more specifically Christianity. By the way, I'm sorry that this video maybe might not be that tingly, because I'm not trying to be like very ASMR. I need to vent. I'm going through shit. I need to vent, guys. And I hope that me being real with you can help you feel less alone and understand that not everybody's perfect. I mean, we all already kind of know that, but I don't really know any ASMR people that actively talk about their like mental process and like their feelings and like get super intimate and deep in that sense. I know people share about their lives to some extent, but what about what goes on up here? Because this is like a hot mess sometimes, and it's hard to navigate. So just know that I'm here for you, sending you lots of love, and just life is tough, but it's also great. And you know, hopefully we all can get to this dream end goal. I don't really think that there's ever an end goal. I think we're constantly growing and evolving, but I think there is a certain point where you want to achieve different things. You want to have right now, this is my therapy session, guys. You all are my therapist today. You don't have to say anything back if you don't want to, but just me being able to speak this out and put it out is really helpful to me. Just talking out my feelings is always good to do for me personally. And I don't know, it just sucks to bottle shit up and then it just like turns into a way bigger issue if you don't talk about it or write it down or, things like that. But I've been feeling lots of feelings of loneliness recently and just feeling like I'm the only one that cares about like certain things, like things that really matter in life, like fulfilling career, not just a thing to make money and like get by. Like I want the best of the best for myself and I'm not willing to settle, but it seems like everyone's kind of giving the advice to like just get by. I'm like, fuck no, I'm not here for that. And I believe it's possible. Same thing as like love. Like people think that like if you're like 50 years old you're gonna start to like fall out of love, or like it's just not gonna be the same. Of course it's not gonna be the same because you guys are gonna be different and grown and whatever, but I believe that love is eternal if you find the right person, and you can be best friends until the day you die, and you can support each other deeply and care deeply until the day you die. Like I don't think falling out of love is like a thing for everybody, but that's just my thing. The God thing that I'm trying to talk about, it's hard for me to talk about because it's like I can't even say it. Like I can't even say God or Jesus, or like I always say the God thing because it's like hard for me to attach myself to. I just have always been the person to like question it and doubt it, and I get so upset whenever some people just like so easily like give up control and give up their fears and their worries and everything to God, specifically God, and like whenever people pray or like talk about like Bible verses in sermons and stuff, I'm like, I don't relate to this at all. Like I'm not feeling anything as you're saying this, and it's just like word vomit. And I'm like, I would rather like research mental health and like therapy and like spirituality stuff because it's more interesting to me and I feel more connected to it. But then I feel guilty. I'm like, oh, well, if you don't believe in God or you don't believe that, like, do I have to have a relationship with God fully 100% to be able to manifest these things in my life? Or can I just say it's the universe and it's like the same thing? You know what I mean? So I'm just like having a struggle with that. I just need to fucking breathe. I need to breathe. I just put way too much pressure on myself to like have my spirituality or like myself like put together to some extent. Like I want to have things figured out, and I guess this is just showing me I need to let go of control and like have faith. But it's like, well, I can have faith all day long, but like what am I having faith in? I think I'm having faith in the fact that I know my value and my worth and like what I deserve, and I know that I'm gonna get what I deserve. But it's just a matter of like not seeing it reflected in your 3D life around you currently, so it makes you doubt like the whole future. So that's why I'm like trying to find like, do I need a relationship with God? Should I be like, anytime I try, like there's certain Christians that just completely like ruin it for me. And just because you talk loud does not make you a preacher. Just because you say like the same phrases that like are creative or unique, or like, it just drives me nuts. And people are like, yeah, amen. But like, are you dealing with your own trauma? Are you dealing with your own stress and anxiety and shit? Or are you just giving it up to God and like pushing it away and like not dealing with it? Because I kind of see it as like those types of people are being really complacent and they're just putting it in a box and like pushing it away, and they're like, oh, God's got me. But like, you need to understand why you're feeling what you're feeling. You need to understand like, what is the root of this pain? Like, can I change anything? Can I change myself? Like, what relationships should I look for? Or, this stuff is really important. But if you just like pin it on like a higher being and just don't assess it for yourself, then like, what's the point? So that's kind of my like anti-Christianity vibes that I'm feeling. I feel like I would be more happy to be like a Buddhist or like something like that than a Christian. And also like with my healing career, like I want to do art therapy and stuff, and if people guys to know that these are my thoughts and my feelings that I'm experiencing and like the mental conflict that I'm having about it. And I'm hoping that me talking about it resonates with some of you, and that like know that like I feel guilty too a little bit for not having a relationship with God, and I feel like I'm not worthy of like all these amazing things happening because I'm not even able to have a relationship with God. That kind of thing. That thing. My back is like crunchy. I'm struggling. Oh yeah, I got my hair done. I don't know if y'all can tell at all in this lighting. It's more light blonde. We got some pieces. I'll try to do a video in like natural lighting so that you guys can see the color more, because right now it looks kind of warm and weird. But it could also be my night mode. I forget if I have it on or not. So yeah, that's what I'm going through. I'm a little bit of a hot mess at the moment, but I just am trying to trust that it's gonna turn around and things are gonna get better. My dad is just being a piece of shit, and like, I don't know, y'all. Let me just say, I'm just sharing my real and raw self out here, and I don't want you guys to think that I'm like this like put together like perfect ASMR girl or anything like that. Like, I want you to know that I'm here to be real and authentic and like try to be human, because the world is lacking that. Like, the world is lacking people who are like struggling with mental health and saying the whole deal of what it's like and like what the thoughts are, rather than just being like, oh, here's solutions, like here's some quotes and shit, and like check the boxes. Like, you know, I'm gonna be real. So yeah, that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this hectic video. I have no idea if it's even relaxing remotely, but I just want you guys to see the real side of me. That's it. That's it. That's it. So I love you all. Make sure you check out the movie Soul. And if you've seen it already, comment down below how you feel about it. What's your thoughts? What's your tea on it? Did you like it? I would like to know. So yeah, I love you all so much, and I will talk